Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all our respected industry leaders, academic heads, directors, principals, faculty members, and the participants who joined us today. So we are gathered here for an important and timely conversation, a panel discussion on from institution to global talent capital. Are we ready? Followed by the launch of BOSS, Bank of Skills for Success. As the global skills economy continues to evolve very fast pace, institutions today stand at a defining crossroad. The expectations from education are no longer limited to knowledge delivery. They now extend to industry alignment, measurable skills outcomes, and a global talent readiness. So this makes today's discussion extremely relevant through insights from distinguished leaders across academia and industry. And we aim to explore how institutions can bridge the gap between education and employability, and how structured frameworks can support long-term institutional excellence. To formally begin this section, it is my privilege to invite Ms. Krishnapriya to deliver the welcome note. Ma'am, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of CareerTiQ, I warmly welcome all our distinguished guests, directors, principals, faculty members, industry leaders, and participants who have joined us today. We are here for the launch of BOSS, Bank of Skills for Success, the architecture of institutional excellence, a global talent infrastructure platform by CareerTiQ, alongside an engaging panel discussion on from institutions to global talent capital. Before we begin, it is my privilege to welcome our esteemed panelists, Dr. Sandeep Shukla, Director, IIIT Hyderabad, Mr. Shivakumar S., Vice President and Global Delivery Leader, HCLTech, Dr. Mario David, Vice President, Organizational Development, JP Morgan Chase, Dr. Jose Felix Solomon, Director, Cloud Delivery and Operations, PepsiCo, Dr. MG Ramachandar, Chief Strategy Officer and CHRO, Kavach App, and our Dr. Giridharan C., MD and CEO of CareerTiQ. We are truly grateful to have such accomplished leaders with us today. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you. We look forward to an insightful and impactful session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Krishnapriya, for the warm welcome. You have beautifully set the tone for today's section and clearly articulate the vision behind BOSS and the significance of the importance dialogue. As mentioned, we are privileged to have with us an exceptional panel of leaders who bring diverse perspective from academia, technology, global enterprises, and organization strategy. Let me now take a moment to formally introduce our distinguished panelists. So first we have Dr. Sandeep Shukla, Director of International Institution of Information Technology, Hyderabad. Dr. Shukla is a renowned technology leader with a deep expertise in research, innovation, and academia industry collaboration. He has played a key role in strengthening institutional excellence and emerging technology ecosystem. And he's passionate about mentoring future leaders. He actively shapes innovation-driven and industry-aligned institution. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
I think he should join anytime. Okay.
Thank you.
Can go to next speaker.
Next,
Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. And next we have Mr. Shivakumar S., VP and Global Security Delivery Leader, HCLTech. And Mr. Shivkumar brings over 25 years of global experience in cybersecurity and enterprise digital transformation. He leads a large global teams in building secure, resilient, and compliant digital infrastructures with a security first mindset. He helps organizations embed cybersecurity into the core of their business strategy. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
And we are also joined as Mr. Jose Felix. He's a Director, Cloud Delivery and Operation at PepsiCo. So Mr. Jose is a seasoned cloud and IT operation leaders with over 20 years of experience in driving enterprise scale digital transformation. He has successfully led large cloud deployment, ensuring secure, scalable, and cost-efficient technology environments, known for his expertise in cloud security and DevOps. And he enables organization to build resilient and future-ready digital ecosystem. So we are really honored to, it's very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Very elated and proud to be here.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. We are also joined by Mr. David Mario. He's a Vice President, Organizational Development, JP Morgan Chase. Mr. Mario is an experienced HR and organizational development leader with over 20 years in change management, and he specializes in designing measurable learning strategies that enhance organizational growth and performance. With a strong stakeholder collaboration skills, he drives talent development aligned with business objectives. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Leah.
And also, we are honored to have Dr. M.G. Ramchandar, Chief Strategy Officer and Chief Human Resource Officer at Kavacha. So Dr. Ramachandran is a global HR and strategy leader with strong expertise in organization transformation. He has led people strategy initiatives that align talent development with business innovation and growth, recognized for building high performance cultures. He bridges academy and industry to strengthen talent readiness. So a very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
it's a pleasure to join all of you.
And finally, we have with us Dr. Giridharan C, MD and CEO of CareerTiQ. He is a corporate leader in the EdTech industry with over 3 decades of experience. He has successfully built strategic partnerships and driven technology-based learning initiatives. Through CareerTiQ, he drives skilling, upskilling, and career-focused transformation for aspiring professionals and institutions. Very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Leah. And thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you to each of our esteemed panelists for being with us today. We are honored to have such accomplished leaders sharing their perspective on this important theme. To take this discussion forward, I now invited Dr. Giridharan. Sir, over to you.
Perfect. First of all, it's a great day, I would say, because all of us are here to talk about, the next gen transformation of skills. It's the right time because at Delhi, the Global AI Summit is happening, right? The entire world is looking at India, how India is going to produce such a great talent, people or the students, especially because of the advantage what we have as a, demographic dividend. And Sundar Pichai has announced the largest data center at Visakhapatnam, and TCS as well as OpenAI announcing, largest collaboration. All these great things are happening, okay? And everybody believes that yes, the growth of India in terms of talent building, capacity building is really going up. And of course, as a responsible institutions in this country, we have definitely great institutions in across all over India, as well as extremely good corporate leaders. The biggest question today for all of us is the transformation is here from institution to global talent capital. So these words are very carefully chosen. We are becoming a globally, renowned talent capital. Uh, but the question is, are we ready? That's the important thing. Everybody believes, yes, it's right. There are signs of growth. Yes, it is good. But at institution level, okay, are we ready? So to discuss this, I have eminent people both from academia and industry. I mean, in India, if you take top academicians, top 50, I think Dr. Sandeep Shukla will be there because of his contribution to develop, institutions like IITs and triple IITs, the most important, institution of importance. Such kind of, people are there. And like Mr. Shivakumar or Mario or Mr. Felix or Ramchandra, these people come from a different, background to discuss about where are we and how do we, solve this kind of, situation where there is a opportunity available in front of us. The question is, are we ready? So I'm sure this session is going to give a lot of insights for all of us. I'm also equally excited like you. Once again, I hearty welcome to all the panelists as well as the leaders from various colleges, corporates, as well as from the team CareerTiQ. That's very, very important. So probably I will start with some questions. If it's fine, we will start with Dr. Sandeep Shukla. Is that fine, Dr. Shukla?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So on one side, a lot of developments are happening on GenAI or LLM architecture, all these things, right? So how do you think this kind of high velocity technologies like GenAI or cyber resilience directly into the campus fabric at your level? How do you see this? Are we really merging the expectations of the industry at institutional level? What do you think?
No, so I think this morning I was at the All India University Vice Chancellor's meeting, and we had a interesting discussion. And the discussion was that Indian institutes, more or less, with maybe few exceptions, have become skilling institutes or skilling centers rather than holistic education center, which universities were supposed to be. Skilling should be done on top of the education, not instead of the education. And unfortunately, somehow the way the culture has developed, in terms of engineering institutes, computing institutes are supposed to ensure employment at the end of the 4 years to their students, which is not there in any country in the world. Like, if you look at US, if you look at the UK, etc., there is no university placement program. There are job fairs organized by students themselves in the US and all, where some companies would come, but majority of the students, and they have much larger number of students, and usually they don't get their jobs from campus. For some reason, our culture has been actually developed from this whole original idea of 1990s of body shopping. So we have been taking people from here, at a very low cost and sending them overseas to do the projects, IT projects. And therefore, we basically have made a habit of taking students right out of college in large numbers. And then we actually send them across. And basically, we kind of made them commodities because the payments to the companies have been based on number of heads that have been put into these projects. Now, this culture has to change, given that low-hanging jobs like just writing simple scripts, writing simple programs or unit-level programs, etc., are going to be automated. And people are saying that Claude 4.6 is doing quite well in terms of program generation, and then Opus is doing very, very good in terms of debugging the program. So the small low-level quality assurance kind of employment, unit level programming, etc., are going to disappear. What that means is that people with higher order skills that is not just programming, but more system level architecture, system level thinking, integration, and also problem solving, transdisciplinary problem solving, let's say domain specific problem solving, which may or may not require programming but require engineering knowledge, and also knowledge about how systems are put together from components, and what are the corner cases that one has to worry about. This kind of knowledge would be required in the future. And what that means is that our universities have to change the way they teach currently. Now, specific skills, like if I want to know how to build agentic AI systems, or if I want to know whether how to do this, use quantum computing simulations, or whether to use cybersecurity techniques for configuring firewalls and various software and devices, I should go for skilling. That would be additional to my education. The education should be about system level thinking, about integration, about transdisciplinary problem solving, and all that. This change is very much required, and unfortunately, this has not been the way Indian academic systems work. Even if you look at the IITs and so on, it has kind of has focused more on skills because of this question of job readiness. Is the student immediately productive at this time? By the time they graduate. Now, I think that we have to change our mindset, and with the changes that are coming, and also not only just the fact that Gen AI is and agentic AI and all these things are coming, but also the fact that now we have to build indigenous sovereign tools, because of the fact that world has changed, the geopolitics has changed, the leverage has is all that matters. And if you don't have your own technology, you don't have leverage. That's what we are seeing now. And data is also another thing that needs to be protected very, very urgently. We are giving up all our data to OpenAI and other companies because they are building this free programs. Even universities are getting free access to Perplexity or OpenAI and things like that. I think that itself is a problem, because see, today they're giving you free access because they need your data. Once they have enough data, they will train the models specifically for Indian audience, Indian conditions, Indian health and all that. And then they will stop giving you free access. They will actually monetize products for health, AI or other types of AI. So I think that we have to completely rethink. And I think that you mentioned about the AI summit and so on. I think that the AI summit is not really thinking along these lines, and actually it has become kind of like show off business than real constructive activities that would be actually helping us. So I don't know if I answered your question, but that is what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Shukla, because you nailed one important issue, okay, which we have to think. There is a paradigm shift, just making the students to the low-level jobs and making them with higher order skills. That's the need of the hour. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I will definitely come back to you with an interesting question. Now I move to Mr. Shivakumar, right? So as far as I know him, he handles various geographies and various, level of people, right? So, and also he's a passionate person who want to help really the education ecosystem. So Shiva, this current situation is 45 to 50% of graduates are only industry ready. That's the usual, thing which is happening across year on year. We have been hearing this, right? And on the other side, the new courses are getting introduced, specialized courses, BTech cybersecurity, BTech AI, BTech data science, all these things are there. So on one side, we continue to, say that only 45-50% of graduates are ready, others are not ready. On the other side, we continue to launch new courses. So as a global leader, what do you see? What is missing really?
Okay, so I think it's a great question, actually. See, from my perspective, I think things are changing quite rapidly. For example, until last year, we have been hiring only circuit branches. Even in my own organization, like at CareerTiQ, if you say, we have been hiring only circuit branches, electrical, electronics, computer science kind of a thing. But then starting this year, we are actually pivoting more into BTech cybersecurity students. I'm actually, my examples will be more relevant in the cybersecurity space because that is what I do for living. So you can obviously extrapolate it for other, DI and advanced sciences and AI and all that stuff, right? So we are actually pivoting into BTech cybersecurity now. So we are, see, the good news is we are able to find good set of talent in the market. See, I think what differentiates the institutions and the other large establishments today is, while the information being the same, I think the steps that the students, the faculty, the institutions, and the universities take to stay ahead of the game is what is differentiating them. I am extremely pleased with the level of talent that we are able to absorb from the market. I have personally visited few universities. I don't want to name them, but I have personally visited colleges, personally visited universities as part of the CareerTiQ campus drive, and I was really pleased with the level of talent that we have. But of course, is it enough? No, answer is not enough. But have we come ahead of the curve? Yes, we are making good progress. Is there something we should do more? Yes, we should do more. Especially, I think I would say these three things. Okay, one is I think more and more exposure to the industry is very much needed at any level, because I think that actually, the today solving the problem is not very complex. Identifying the problem to solve is what is complex. For example, people like me are paid for identifying the problem in the business, actually, not for solving, because solving, my leads are there. And okay, worst case scenario, LLMs are there, SLMs are there, they will solve it. But what problem to solve? I don't think AI can do it. Only Shiva can do it. Okay. And of course, we are all talking about AGI and things like that. That is, I think I was just reading an article a couple of days ago that it's going to take another 10 to 15 years for that AGI to come. Right now, it's only AI word, right? So AGI to come. Probably AGI will be able to identify the problem also that we need to solve in business. Okay, I hope so. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's a good expectations to have in us. I think a lot more industry collaboration is going to be key. A lot more hands-on approach is what is needed. Sir, beyond everything, I would say it's a mindset thing, first of all, right? I have seen the specific challenge with people with experiences. I think people who are like Gen Zs actually does not have this problem. They don't have to unlearn and learn things because they are born digital. The way they use the mobile phones, the way they use ChatGPT, the way they use the AI and everything. While we can always crib about the bad part of it, but I want to look at the good part of it. They are smarter. They are smarter, I can tell you. They are smarter. I see them every day. I have these people working for me every day. The way we engage with them, the way we inspire them is very, very different. It is not traditional anymore. It's really not traditional anymore. So that's a kind of actually a bit of a mindset change. It is not only for me, it's for my entire set of leaders. I coach my leaders to make sure that we understand the Gen Z's ways of working. While at a high level, it may look like they are lazy, etc., but they are not. Again, I may be wrong, but that's my personal view, and I have observed it as well. They are quite smart. They know how to use the technologies, the including AI and everything, much more smarter than us. So it is a big challenge, if you ask me, for somebody like me who started the job in a very traditional manner, like what actually the Professor Sandeep Shukla was also saying, right? There was a set method when we studied around 30 years ago in engineering degree. All that was taught to me was you study well, you somehow get into campus, join a company, work hard, you will make it to the top. That was the equation given to me, and I executed very well on that equation. Okay. But today,
And you are
there
there.
is no such
And you
equation.
have reached the top.
Yes, I've reached the top. I'm already sitting on the 8th floor, Giri sir. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
humble. Okay.
jokes apart, see, I think there was a set equation. Okay. I mean, so the point is there was a set equation. Today, I think the world is more complex. There is information abundance. Abundance of information is there. Obviously, there's a lot of increased use to internet, social media, AI, blah, 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 everything, right? I think right now it's very important that we need to make sure that we master our mind. We need to have the right mindset and look at the levers that is going to help us stay ahead of the curve, stay ahead from the crowd. Stay ahead of the curve, stay ahead of the crowd are some of the important points that you need to keep in mind. And always be curious to know new technologies. Get your hands dirty, right? Are some of the things that I always suggest to my leaders to be relevant in this current world of AI. Okay, let any number of AI summit happen. But I think end of the day, there is always a lot of hype around any new technology that comes in. I have seen quite a bit. Of course, all the other panelists are also there. They have also seen in their lifetime so many new things that has come about all the things starting from mobile phone technologies to web technologies to client server architectures to .com bomb, all the boom. I mean, everything we have seen, right? But what has successfully, why we are successful today is we have navigated all those changes very nicely. We have embraced the change. Similarly, we are at a cusp of change where we need to look at embracing AI into our way of working. We have to make our work efficient and effective using these technologies. We cannot shy away. I tell my people saying that, look, your job is gone if you don't use AI, right? It will be protected when you look at complementing your job with AI, either in terms of automation, either to do it correctly, either to do it quickly, and so on and so forth. And I can tell you, at least in cybersecurity, no one ever has lost their job because of automation and AI. People have lost their jobs because they have not embraced technology. So I think the future looks brighter if you ask me. Uh, I think it may be a little different view, but then I always believe that the future looks really, basically, really bright for universities, for educational institutions, and for the faculty and for the students as well. Because this is once in a lifetime opportunity. And as you said, Giri sir, that India is the talent capital of the world and it will continue to be so. I think we will also be leading the way in AI as well.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. I think a lot of great inputs, I have noted down. Now I move on my question to Mr. Felix. Okay. So as far as I know, Felix, he's a leader in technology for more than 2 decades, especially when it comes to cloud. Okay, the revolution, I would say, right? So today, Felix as a leader, how do you see the revolution of cloud as a technology? And there are multi-cloud ecosystem has come in all corporates today in any organization. We are not sticking to only one cloud. So how do you see this, and what are all the areas institutions can, embed into this?
I agree. Thank you. Great questions. Very, very relevant to what I can speak and what I've seen through. But also, before I start off, Professor Sandeep, and oh, your talk was really good. And Shiva, your positivity over the future. I'm a very cynical person, right? And that's what keeps me very relevant. But the way you spoke brings us so much of positivity that cynicalness goes off. Kudos on getting that kind of a mindset. It's nice. I think your team would be enjoying working under you. But going back to that question, Giri, thanks for the question again. Is the way I've seen, right? There are two or three errors that the entire industry has seen, right? First was, anybody in the early 90s, if they lamented Java, .NET, right? They were garlanded a job, and they got into IT industry, and they moved to the US. Then came the WWW era, right? And people who did not adopt that fell back, right? Then came the era of these phones and Androids, and a biggest thing that you would see and amuses is how BlackBerry fell off. That was like a device. I'm not sure if the current generation even understands what BlackBerry was, but that was an epitome of you holding a technology in your hand, right? But BlackBerry fell off because of Android, they did not imbibe Android. So then came cloud, right? That was one era that everybody were too cynical about getting onto cloud, right? So people who caught onto that pace, right, were the ones who are actually today leading one of the topmost industries like Amazon or AWS. These are the cash cows in the entire industry. So if you imbibed it, then you survived. Right? That was the whole era that people went. So there are many organizations who are like in the last 5 to 8 years are started getting onto cloud, right? Because they feel they lost the ship, right? That's one era. And now the era is AI. Now, organizations which lost all the ships, they see that every time they lost a ship, they were falling back. Now AI, nobody wants to lose that, right? Everybody is getting onto that ship saying AI. So one, it's good and bad, right? Good because everybody needs to be on that, like how Shivakumar said, right? We need to have AI in all what we're doing. But the bad part is nobody knows what they're doing on AI and just doing whatever they feel like. So like how Professor Sandeep just said, right? We are giving a lot more information to the AI, and we don't know whether we are giving a relevant information. But backtracking to the question that you asked is, how do I see cloud and how do I see universities coping up to cloud, right? Major thing, right? Today, we are seeing, you said about 40 to 50% of the crowd. I think about 15 lakh engineers graduate every year, right? Of which only 40-50% are employable. Now, the very cynical way of seeing this is, and I think Mr. Shivakumar and others like even Mario would agree to this, is I'm not going to focus on the other 50% who are not employable. I'm still talking about the 40 to 50% who have been employed. These 40 to 50% of the people, we are still investing about 3 to 6 months in their training after they're coming in, right? Now, they have a graduate, they have a degree. That degree brought them to an interview, but that degree did not give a career, that a day zero career for them, right? So companies are investing like 3 to 6 months, which is a amazing capital that we are losing. how are universities going to fill up this 6 months of technical debt or a talent debt, right? And if you're able to squeeze that 6 months to 1 month or less or zero, that is what is a paradigm shift to what universities can do, right?
Absolutely.
How do you do that? People like you are there, right? You are there to coach universities and all. But in my standpoint, the way I see it is today, I've been in all GCCs so far, right? My entire 20 years, except for 2 years where I've been in services. I've been in GCCs, I've been in high pressured environments. And my way of thinking is when we go to campus, we are interviewing 300 people to hire 6 people, right? We just take 6. And out of the 6, when we get them, 6 people are grilled into 6 months of training, right? Now, going back is today, at the pace at which the industry is growing, we have about close to by end of 2026, I think we would have 20 to about 1900 GCCs which will put up shop here, right?
Yes.
Hyderabad
Yeah,
alone
right.
is going to house about 120 of them, right?
Correct.
Now,
Yeah.
in universities, are we shaping up the the curriculum every 6 months relevant to GCCs, right? Now,
Absolutely.
if I were to shift the way universities are, teaching, I would say is I would make like pods or labs which are relevant to industries, right? I would say I have an IT related pharma hub or a lab, a fintech lab, a finance lab, or I would say an IT software lab, right? Which are only giving up, where students are working or nurturing their skills, which are GCC ready, right?
Yeah.
So, which
Yeah.
means if I'm getting into a fintech lab, I'm working on projects that are directly linked to industries with direct projects. I'm not going to give classroom training, but 70% should be more of practical training, what we give to students, right? And then comes the
Yeah.
10 to 20% because we are housing so many talents in the industry, or so many software professionals. Every lane would have like 100 software professionals, right? Now,
Yeah.
these students can talk, understand from them, but most importantly is the connect with the industry, right? Direct connect. Now, it should not be a university which caters to students. It should be universities catering to GCCs. Your
Yeah.
customers are
Yeah.
GCCs and not the students. If that shift is made in universities, I think the moment, like I was hearing a podcast today with, there's a podcast was done by for with the France president today, right?
Yeah.
And there is a lot of positiveness between the France government and us to collaborate because he sees us a technical hub, right? Now for us to be
Yeah.
very ready, now this is all what we need to shift our skills to being industry ready, day zero ready. I'm not talking about 6 months into the
Yeah.
industry to be
Yeah.
ready, day zero ready. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
AI, right? AI is going to be everywhere. Cloud cloud is the house for AI, right? Everything that you do is hosted on AI, right? Now, what will support AI in the future is cloud and of course cybersecurity. These are the major things that will house. So you have a good career for the next 5 years. Why do I just say 5 years is like every other leader, including the Microsoft India president, Mr. Puneet said, right? Ours is the last generation which will have a templated career, right? We study, we have the standard career. It's not going to be the same. Shiva, you just said, right? If the generation is able to learn, right? It's no more the intelligent quotient, it's the learning quotient. If you're able to learn quickly, unlearn, That's going to be it. It's going to be a platter of skills that you have to learn. You have to be ready to learn. And the most important thing is the process and the procedure to unlearn and learn is going to be the key for the next 1 or 2 decades for the entire generation to live up to. And if we have to contribute to the $100 trillion economy, I think this is the key for us. And that's where I think I should start.
Well, wow, wow, amazing, amazing thoughts. I think you hit the nail actually. AI, cloud, and security. These three are the determinants of our future, especially from Indian talent lens. I'm talking about. Great thoughts, Felix. Thank you so much. Now, quickly, I'll move on to uh, one of the great L&D leaders I know with the different innovative thoughts, Mr. David Mario, right? So, Mario, I think you've been with top organizations, GCCs, India and abroad. Um, Everybody talked about the tech skills, everything, right? Beyond technical skills, okay, there are some unconventional skills, especially in non-technical skills. It can be executive presence or high stakes negotiation, whatever it is. When a person at a student level, want to work a bigger organizations, what kind of non-technical skills you are expecting? At the same time, what are all the skills for the modern age the faculty members also should have? Because the thought process, the learning efficacy, everything changes today, right? Faculty members also should have some certain skills. So, how do you see this shift? And what is your advice, Mario?
Sure. I think pretty relevant and profound question this is. And I think everybody gave their very valuable insights. And just to sum up, I think we are moving from degrees to skills, from jobs to projects, from local to global, from static roles to a very dynamic role. I think in a nutshell, that is the shift that is happening. So when we are moving from degrees to project or from jobs to projects, and from a local level to a global level, because the world has become very small. Along with these, I think the skills that are needed are going to change. I think rightly pointed out, you're paid to solve problems, right? You're paid to understand problems. You're paid to analyze and figure out problems. I think it's clearly articulated. So there are very critical future human skills that are needed. One would definitely being is to understand product, being a product specialist, because it's not that if I'm into banking, I should know the entire product life cycle of how a banking works. If I'm in a healthcare, I need to know how the healthcare works from the scratch when a customer walks into the bank till the account is getting closed. Every step, what is the process? How does it work? What is the technology being used? What is the customer experience in that? I think end to end, from the basic till the technology, till the adoption of the bank, why the customers retaining, why the customers leaving, end to end, people should understand product. I think there's a huge demand for that because we want product specialists in this current economy. Unless you are a product specialist, that's where there is a huge requirement and huge demand for that. So how do you understand product? And how do you understand technology along with that product? How the technology works to support that product? But to know that, you need to understand products a lot. That's number one. Number two, which is critical and very, very important, is how do you understand emotions of a product? When I'm talking to a client or when I'm talking to a stakeholder in any country, they will give the problem statement. They will say, okay, either could be a problem statement, either they would say that we want to develop a product, right? How do you understand the emotions behind the product? I think that's very important. That's where your futuristic skills like critical thinking comes over here, emotional intelligence comes here, creativity comes here, complex problem solving comes here, because technical plus a combination of these futuristic skills would be quite important, because if you're not able to articulate what your stakeholder in Poland or in Japan or in Luxembourg they're talking about, and not able to understand the emotions behind that, it's you will miss out the crux of it. So I think that's the second important aspect. The third is it's so very crucial to have an intra skills, because as I said, right, from local to global, as soon as we talk about global, the collaboration is so very important. You cannot work within the team only in India, or in India itself, you cannot work with one particular product team. You need to manage different stakeholders. You need to take different opinions. You need to approach people, speak out, present it. That's where your presentation with storytelling, your storytelling with data makes a big impact, because on the other side of the world, they don't understand complex numbers and all. For them, they want things to be simple. How a complex data could be presented in a short story format, and they understand that. So that intra skills is a very important skill. So in a nutshell, three skills. One is understanding products in depth. In depth means they should know how a banking works, or how a healthcare works, or how a aerospace works in depth. Two is it's very important to have critical thinking, very important to capture emotions and the words which people are not speaking. And three is the intra skills on collaborative approach, stakeholder management. I think these three are extremely important in today's world. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Mario. That was really a great advice. Now, quickly, I'm moving to Dr. Ramchandra. Ram, probably you would have seen, uh, multiple roles, hiring, all these levels. Okay. So at this point, the global certification plays a vital role in the industry, because in the ATS now, it is not no more normal CV verification by HR. It's completely automated ATS, where the ATS gives importance to few keywords. One of such powerful keywords are global certification. All right. So how do you see how it increase the hiring opportunity for graduates into 5x at today's context? Ram, over to you. Yeah, maybe some network issue. Yes, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah, see, I think global certification is a very important thing, right? There is no second thoughts on that. In fact, I was telling you, right, about we pivoting into cybersecurity students. In fact, what we are doing is we are even going one step beyond actually. So
Okay.
in today, universities have made their curriculum also a little more flexible, where we are able to get people as interns in our organization in the last 6 months, in their 8th semester
Perfect.
itself,
Yeah.
if you are looking at a BTech
Yeah.
degree, right?
Yeah.
And they are able to get the direct exposure to the nature of the work we are doing, how we are working with the clients, what type of challenges we are solving for the clients. And it actually works both ways, right? The students also get a good view of how the industry is, what is expected of them, and stuff like that. And we also have a good opportunity to get to know them better, how they will fit into our
Yeah.
culture, etc. And then we roll out the offers after that. And in that 6 months, what we are also doing is to make sure that they also clear some of the basic certifications. Because they have very less number of subjects in their 8th semester, and we are front loading a lot of content and lot of certifications for them. Like what Felix was saying about the 6 months at HCL Tech, we have minimized that to only 6 weeks now. There is no
Oh,
6 months
great.
training
Okay.
and all. So
Okay.
and that is the reason why I keep talking about staying ahead of the curve, right? Because we have front loaded it to the students by working with
Yeah.
universities and actively encouraging them to take up the relevant certifications. It could be in the network space, it could be in the GRC space, it could be in the SOX,
Yeah.
it could be anything. But we provide
Yeah.
that orientation At least from cyber, we provide them the orientation and ask the people to pick and choose. I think the more certifications they have, the more sellability for them in their profile, right?
Absolutely.
Because the clients would love to work with people who knows the product in and out, and they believe that it is also a good way for them to judge an individual, right? So I think all these things are very, very added advantage. Basically, not just technical skills, basically, right? We focus a lot on non-technical skills as well, like critical thinking skills, communication skills, and then, presentation skills, so on and so forth, right? So we are spending a lot of time in making sure that we continue to build the talent that is very relevant to the industry. And by partnering with the right educational institutions and universities, we are able to do this. And I think that also goes back to the 50% employability that you talked about, Giri sir. I think what would be good is I want to focus on the other 50%. It would be my dream if the other 50% also becomes employable. I think our country will go to a next level of GDP growth if we can do that,
Perfect.
So,
Perfect. Thank you, Shiva. I think you hit the nail. The dream of or the mission of CareerTiQ itself, helping tier 3, tier 4, cities, institutions to get the exposure of the corporate, get the best curriculum, through our partnerships. That's what we have been doing. We are working with a few universities. They are in tier 3, tier 4, towns. Those universities are now, powered by our, partners like Microsoft or Google or, IBM or Fortinet, whatever it is, as you know, because those students are getting this kind of exposure. They are understanding what exactly industry wants. That's the dream. As you rightly said, yes, we are marching towards that. In fact, the boss's core wish is that only, right? My last question to Dr. Sandeep Shukla, right? Because it is more relevant for the faculty members, right? So at this juncture, Dr. Sandeep Shukla, how do you see the transformation should be there for faculty members? Because when we talk about Gen Z, Gen Alpha, all these people, the way they are, learning is completely changing. How faculty members have to, develop or how to empower them? What's your thought?
So, like anything else, in India, the spectrum is extremely wide, right? So, on one side, you have IISc and IIT, some of the IIIT faculty who have been trained abroad, who have been, quite well equipped in research, and they're very well equipped with techniques that are being used anywhere else in the world, and so on. But majority of the institution, what we call tier 2, tier 3 institutions, unfortunately, that's the nomenclature people use. I mean, institutions should be all equal. But unfortunately, in India, there is an elitism that is associated with IITs and so on. And because of that, also the amount of, financial support the government gives and all that. And the also the goal of the institutes, like, many of the private institutes are often, their goal is different from what the IITs and so on. So having said that, the faculty members of these institutes vary extremely widely between only having, education in the same college and didn't get a job. So they actually took up a teaching job in that college. I have met people like that. And then I have also found that, sometimes they hire the people who are retired from one of the better institutes and then teaching there and so on. So while the top tier, institute faculty, majority of them are pretty much on top of what is happening around the world, and they try to integrate the mechanisms, integrate the methodology, etc., that they see the best in the world, and try to bring that over. But unfortunately, majority in cases, they have no idea. And also, another problem that we see is that many of these top tier 2, tier 3 institutes, the faculty is given such low wage, like their salary is so low that it doesn't, and then they are given 3 courses a semester and things like that at the engineering, BTech, MTech level. So I think that for them, in doing innovation in teaching or keeping track of what is happening, what are the best practices, what are the trends, how to evolve the teaching methodology to prepare the students for the rather uncertain future is very difficult. So I think that I have been pushing the government to actually have some regulation and enforcement of the regulation in terms of the faculty remuneration in any engineering college, right? Because you cannot have a 25,000 per month person teaching 3 courses per semester. I have seen such cases in India. Now, that means that the students who are going through those colleges, they're not learning much. They're not able to, get the best out of this faculty. The same faculty, if it is given chance to actually, work properly in a proper working environment, could have actually been trained by attending FDP and so on. Unfortunately, these FDPs have also become a certification collection mechanisms rather than learning mechanisms, right? So what I found is that government gives a lot of money to institutes to organize these faculty development programs, and these programs have this, they will call some IIT faculty, IISc faculty, and so on, and then people will register. And then they are only interested in getting the certificate because there are points associated with how many FDPs you are attending and so on. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is, only matter what you have collected. So and this is not going on today. I mean, I remember in 2003 I gave a talk in an FDP, and then I was the people were saying that I have to leave by 5 o'clock. Can you just give out the certificates first and things like that? This kind of stuff. So I think that there is a whole set of changes that need to come. My biggest concern is that we are already an elitist academic system. We have IITs and IIScs, IIITs, then we have NITs, then we have other institutes, and then there are other institutes and so on. On top of that, what is happening is that now the education system has to be reinvented because of the changes, rapid changes in the technology, rapid changes in how technology is being used. So what I'm worried about is that while the elite institutes will cope with that kind of rapid change, the tier 2, tier 3 will react, very, very slow. And what that means is that we'll have more elitism. Some people who are well prepared for working at the MNCs and getting large salaries and all that, and then the others who are not even employable. And that division is very, very concerning, because what can happen with that is that there will be a extreme inequality, in extreme type of friction in the society. And many of these kids who are not, they're not they have no lack of smartness. They are just being trained badly. So what will happen is that they will get into this that already there are cyber slavery that happens in Myanmar and Southeast Asia, right? So the guy in Gurgaon recently got arrested because he was giving jobs to young engineers who were in Myanmar and other places. Whereas when those young guys will go there, their passport will be taken away, and they are going to they're subjected to making them do cyber crime like digital arrest, this kind of stuff. So if we do not create opportunities and proper skilling of these kids, these kids are going to be driven to wrong side of the law. And since cybercrime is the in India, the conviction rate in cybercrime is less than 1%. No matter what I foresee and all are trying, and therefore it's a lucrative business. Your chance of going to jail is only 1 in 100, so or less. So I think that my biggest concern is this kind of rampant uneven distribution of skills, uneven distribution of educational opportunities, educational capabilities is going to make the society implode. So I think that so coming back to your question, I think that we need to find a way to make this tier 2, tier 3 colleges at par, at least for preparing students for the new kind of economy that is coming up, the technology-driven, AI-driven economy that is coming up.
Yeah.
As Mr. Sivakumar was so positive about things, and I am so very negative about things, I think it should be the reality must be somewhere in the middle, which Mr. Jose was talking about. But I think that the point I'm trying to make probably through employing a little bit of exaggerated scary scenario is actually quite possible. And as a cybersecurity professional, I always go for the corner cases, the worst case scenario. So I think that we really need to work hard on bringing things at par. Things, elitism is not serving India well.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Shukla. I think definitely there are areas where we have to, develop faculty members. That's evident. The last question, definitely this is for all, Shiva or Felix or Ramchandra or Mario David. As per NEP 2020, I'm just giving you some data, then you can answer that. So far, only 352 institutions only adopted professors of practice. Only 1,800 plus people have become professors of practice in India, which was introduced in 2022, right? Where the industry should come into the institution. That is the ultimate aim of Government of India, right? But the enrollment into that is very low. I'm not going to ask you, is it a mistake by the institution or by the corporates? But given an opportunity, okay, will you be able to, spend few hours in a year with some of the students wherever it is required? Is it possible to become a professor of practice for you guys?
I would love to. We are always passionate about, especially me, upskilling human capabilities is something that I'm passionate about. I would always love to be willing to dedicate some time in the work from the work hours that are there as a professor of practice. I would love to.
Perfect. And also for not only you, I'm asking you means not as an individual, you as a leader, you as well as your team, whoever is available, because your time is very critical. I know spending even 1 hour, is very difficult. But to help the institutions, is it possible for you to deploy your teams wherever it is possible, or yourself wherever it is required?
So you name the technology, I could get that person for you. That's my word in this forum. You want on cloud, you want on threat modeling, you want on cybersecurity, any technology, we can get the person from.
Yeah. Yes. Shiva, Felix, how do you see this?
No, absolutely. I think there are Mario will agree, there are programs, and it comes part of at least in major companies, this is seen as a feather on your hat, right? If you are part of the education system and if you're part of any other organization, right? So of course, it's not just me, it's not just my team. Anybody in the organization will be willing and should be willing, in fact, right? With
Perfect.
the growing needs, this is how universities and organizations, IT organizations should map up.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Shiva, should I ask you? Because already you are doing it, so.
Yeah, see, I think one point that Dr. Sandeep Shukla was mentioning was about a very positive momentum has to be created as well, right? For the professors and the
Yeah.
faculties
Yeah.
to go through, because there has to be some motivation as well. That's going to be important. Then the numbers would automatically go up as well, you know.
Perfect. Perfect. Dr. Ram, I could see you now. There were some audio issues for you, I believe. Can you talk now? Is it possible? Professors of practice, as per NEP 2020, the corporate leaders are
Yeah.
contributing their time as a professors of practice. So I just want to understand your
Okay.
thoughts on that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And if you see, there is a couple of challenges when
We can hear you. We can hear you.
who are actually did a lot of research, but they actually need a lot of exposure to the industry. Then only they can give right things into the classroom. But when it comes to the professor of practice, when the person actually having a lot of good experience, he built multiple products, he launched it, he made it happen. He has actually taken that product to one level to other level, kind of thing. Secondly, only professor of practice doesn't add value. Definitely, the teachers who are regularly they does research and they make difference to the curriculum. They add value, but at the same time, the professor of practitioners will give you a lot of new insights that actually help the students to adapt the technology in various frameworks. For example, you think this is where we need to nurture the students along with both theory and practical aspect also. And also a lot of skills they need to be taught. Example, 30 years back, we used to only have even an IBM mainframe. People, even they know Sybase, COBOL, and all those things, they could survive. Now, even the students got even full stack knowledge also, it's not enough. That is a kind of situation that now they require domain knowledge, they require business understanding, they required process also. That's where the professor of practices will add value to the curriculum.
Perfect. Perfect, Ram. I think you hit the nail. Thank you so much. I think it's time for us to launch the most awaited BOSS platform. Thank you for your wonderful, insights. Very, very insightful today. I'm so happy that we are all richer in terms of your insights. Right. So let's quickly launch the BOSS platform, followed by 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes brief about platform by myself. Then probably we can wind up the day with happiness. Leah, are we ready to show
Yeah,
the logo
yeah,
of BOSS to everybody?
yeah.
So with
Before
all
that,
your best wishes, we are launching this. Yeah, Leah, please go ahead.
yeah, before that, take a moment to thank you, sincere thank you to all our respected panelists for such a thoughtful and meaningful discussion. The perspective shared today clearly highlighted that institution must evolve not just in curriculum, but in structure, mindset, and long-term capability building. We truly appreciate your time and insight. And now we move to the much awaited moment of the day. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the official launch of BOSS Bank of Skills for Success.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks, Leah. So can we quickly show what is BOSS so that people will understand? Okay. So I'll take maximum of 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. After that, anybody has got the question, please feel free. All right, so we talked about a lot of problem statements, what has to be done, where are we, all these things. So it's been a long time. I'm thinking, there should be a comprehensive platform for any institution, to build the capability. That's why it is called BOSS, Bank of Skills for Success. Skills not only for students, for the institution, for the faculty members, for anybody in the institution should have that. And then it is called architecture of institutional excellence. Every institution want to become an excellent, achieve the excellence. That's why we want to do it, right? So how CareerTiQ is going to help you, how we are bridging the gap, we'll see quickly. Yeah, next. All right, so as we discussed, it's going to be $500 billion to Indian GDP. AI is going to give as per AI Impact Summit today that we discussed. But at the same time, we should not forget one thing. Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, as rightly mentioned by all of you, this is very, very important. The certified skilled workforce, right, is very, very important because most of the big talent, real talent is sitting over there, right? Let's see how we are going to help. Next. Next. Yeah, so just for your information, there are 53,000 colleges in India. Just go back to the previous slide, Leah. Leah, yeah. There are 53,000 colleges. Every year, 4 crores of students are coming out. Technical, non-technical, you name it. Okay. 1,396 universities there are there, right? Especially this 53,000, when we are talking about, 60% are located in rural areas. This is a very important point to be noted, right? When we talk about skills. Yeah. Go to the previous slide, Leah. Yeah. So everybody says 50%, the graduates remain unemployable for tier 1 roles. I'm using the word used by Dr. Shukla, higher order roles, right? The higher orders roles, are not occupied by majority of the students. So what we thought is we should bring an operating system for the institutions, right, to modernize the DNA of any institution. Number one. Number two, we strongly believe talent is everywhere. It need not be only in Chennai or Hyderabad or Mumbai or Delhi or Kolkata, right, or Pune. It can be anywhere. It can be in Tirunelveli. It can be in any village. Talent is everywhere. It can be commerce. It can be engineering degree or arts and science degree, right? Definitely there are opportunities for those students. That is the fundamental, belief why we built BOSS. Next. Right. So what we strongly believe, which drives us, engage, empower, elevate. Any institution, any student, any faculty member, we should first engage them. Then we should empower them through skills. Then we should elevate them. So we like this mantra, engage, empower, and elevate. We work on that. Next. Next. Yeah. So what is the impact we have created in the last 4 years? 10,000 students upskilled, 9K global certification thanks to our partners, and then 100 plus faculty members are trained and 30,000 lab hours completed. We strongly believe lab hours are the key. Next. Okay, so thanks to all the panel members today, you are all our mentors, right? It can be Shivakumar, it can be Mario David, it can be Dr. Sandeep Shukla, it can be Felix, it can be Vasu Devan, or it can be Arathi Nair. These are all the people, whenever we need some support, they are, mentoring not only CareerTiQ, our partner institutions. Yeah, thanks. Next. Next. Yeah. So what is BOSS all about? Okay. Let's see. Next. Right. So we have, come out with a framework. There should be 5 important layers, right? The number 1 layer is a skill intelligence. As a part of the BOSS, we do the strategic diagnostic via our systems, what we are building, to do the skill audit. First, we need to do that. It is applicable for both students as well as faculty members. So it's a diagnostic test we conduct to understand. Test means it is not just an online test. We have our own methodology to assess the institution where they are, right? That is number one. Second is digital frontier. As rightly mentioned by all of you, three important technologies. One is AI, second is cyber, third one is cloud. These three, how we are skilling the students, that's very important. The fourth one is the fundamental financial literacy along with the technology on finance. That's very, very important to everybody, whether you are an engineering student or a mathematics student or an English student, how fintech works, because India has got the majority or maximum number of digital transactions today because of our fintech capability. So that layer also very important. Then executive presence, how the latest skills in non-technical space for the new roles are coming up, how we are making our students ready for that, to become a leader in days to come. And then the immersion, as we discussed, the industry academia immersion through various hackathons, roundtables, industry leaders sessions, masterclass, workshops, that is also missing for many institutions. So these five layers will make the institution to understand and also ascertain where they are and develop them. Next. Right. So what we are going to do under this, first, in AI and the data orchestrators, we call it as, we select 100 students in any institution, those who are signing for BOSS, right? 100 students, we select them on AI and our data orchestrators. Second is cloud and DevOps squad. We select 500 learners. Cyber, we select 100 students. And FinTech, we select 100 students, right? These students, so totally around 800 students in all the four important technologies will be skilled and certified. Thanks to our, partners, Microsoft or IBM or Google, or Fortinet or, all the organizations are supporting us to set the stone in all the BOSS partner colleges. How it will be delivered? 20 hours of digital live SME led sessions will be done, and the 10 hours SME at their campus, 2 days, they will be there to start the engine. The 30 hours is the fundamental, program will be done. After that, we will guide the students to build their career path in that particular technology, right? So these selections will be done based on the student interest, based on their current academic achievements, and also their interest to build a dream career in this particular technology. So these four are very, very important. We are not discussing here about coding because we assume everybody should know coding. That's the fundamental skill today, right? Yeah. Next. Yeah. When we talk about faculty members, again, there is going to be a fundamental shift from, syllabus deliverers to industry academic license. That is the role they are going to have. For that, we provide a 30 hours faculty development program. We call it as faculty empowerment program. It will be delivered through digital mode across India. We choose certain leaders to deliver these programs so that they get the complete hands-on skills, not just a lecture. It's going to be hands-on skill in any technology, whatever they choose, right? So the opportunity will be given to select 15 faculty members, 1-5 in any institution. That is, mandated as of now. Next. Right. So apart from that, what is in it in BOSS? Monthly challenges. It can be coding challenges or security challenges, capture the flag, or financial modeling. All these things will be done at least one event in a month in every BOSS institutions. Right. Then gamified progress. The verified digital badges will be given through the certification partners. That is very important. And then proof of work portfolios, right? What happens when we do this competition, when we do this kind of certification program, when we do this hands-on skilling, it becomes a proof of work and it will attract global recruiters. They need not chase. It will attract the global recruiters. That is our strong recommendation under this post. Next. Yeah, so the consulting mindset has to come for the students. It's not they are going to just work in a legacy project. The business acumen has to be developed, executive presence, and also how to build a network through LinkedIn. All these things, how to work in a GCC, all these things will be taught when we are inside the campus. Next. Right. Yeah, this is what I was discussing. Bringing the boardroom to classroom. Many of the leaders, are ready to support institutions, right, as professors of practice. BOSS will be the platform to bridge that gap, attracting more professors of practice from the industry and align them with the institution wherever they are interested. So this is important service, what is coming under BOSS. Yeah. Next. All right. So this is our another association with women in cybersecurity, which is one of the global platform where it's an NGO where we want to really empower women folks in the cybersecurity space. So we have signed up agreement with them. We have launched chapter last year with one of the colleges in Hyderabad, which is going really successful. So we want to expand that. What happens? The top leaders from various organizations, cybersecurity leaders at CXO levels, they join and they help the institution, students especially, to skill up as well as giving some internships or full-time opportunities, whatever it is, they're ready to offer. It includes curriculum development also, right? Yeah. Next. Next. Okay, so now when it comes to the hands-on learning, to start with the 30 hours of program, what exactly we are going to do is, after completion of 30 hours, we are going to guide the students what are all the different levels in the global certifications, which are all the certifications are available to you and different levels. So this will take them to the dream jobs. So in next few slides, I will give just a heads up as an example. There are thousands of certifications are available, with our partners. The large top MNCs are providing those certifications. We will definitely guide the students to achieve that. Next few slides, we will just show you for this presentation how it is designed. Can you go to the next slide? For example, if you take AI and cognitive systems, just I'm giving you an example. Tier 1 certification can be Microsoft Azure AI Fundamentals. The target role is to become a AI business associate with hands-on skills, and this certification he can become, right? The next level of certification could be IBM Applied AI Professional certification. It will give them the opportunity to work as an AI developer. Then tier 3 can be Microsoft Azure AI Engineer Associate. So that's a tier 3. Go to the next slide. For example, data science and analytics, similarly, there are 3 levels. Next. Go to security. You can see EC Council, you can see Fortinet certifications are available, CompTIA, Sentinel-1, right? A lot of certifications are available. Yeah. Next. Network security, of course, Fortinet is the leader. To become a SOC analyst or a security consultant or enterprise security architect, certifications are available. Next. Similarly, fintech and blockchain, right? It can be IBM Blockchain Essential or EC Council Certified Blockchain Professional or the other certifications like NASM certifications, NSE certifications, BSE certifications, right? All the certifications we are enabling for the students to achieve. Next. Similarly, cloud and DevOps, whether it is AWS or Azure or Google, we want to extend the support to the students to achieve these certifications. Next. Yeah. So what we are trying to do in the month of February, in next 10 days, we want to enroll only 25 institutions, the real interested 25 institutions in this country. Okay. So once the sign up is over, okay, we will start the activity from April. So the first 3 months, it will have skill audit, diagnostic tests, and also how to enhance the pedagogy of FDP, right? And professor of practices, those who are really interested from the industry, we will make them as POP. Then the certification sprints, the delivery of all the track programs will happen July to September, and also October to December. We do a lot of mock pitches, right? On the assessment side, we do that so that the students, whatever they have learned, they will be able to showcase those things and get the certifications. In Jan to March, the professional certification will happen, and then we will do a complete recap to the institution in last 1 year. What are all the skills they have learned? What are all the sessions they have attended? What are all the hackathons they have attended? Right? What are all the industry workshops they are able to, meet the leaders and learn something? Everything we do so that end of that 1 year, whoever the student is part of this particular initiative becomes a complete professional. Almost he will be fulfilling 80 to 90% of the industry requirements. And as rightly Shiva said, it's front loading. The effort is nothing but front loading whatever the industry training is happening inside after onboarding. We want to cut down that enablement time by giving the hands-on skills, by giving the industry practices, by giving the certifications, not only on technology side, also non-technical sides. These are all the complete support we are giving it to students as well as faculty members, both. Right. In fact, we are seriously thinking how to embed faculty internships, right, at some of the organizations. Not only the student internships, faculty internships in some of the institutions, top tier institutions like IIIT, as well as top corporates. How to bring faculty internships and immersions. That's what we are seriously thinking about. So this is the overall offerings of a boss when they become a membership with us. All right. Can we go to the next slide? So what happens to these 25? Right, 2 to 3x placement quality will go up. Global reputation and accreditation, whatever the accreditation they want to do, whether it is NAC or NARF ranking, this becomes a industry embedded initiative for them to go up in the ranking. And tier 1 global mobility across all GCCs and MNCs, they will value this system of upgrading the students as well as faculty members. So you don't have to chase the recruiters, they'll be able to attract them. This is the whole idea. Especially we give preference to the tier 3, tier 4, tier 2 cities, the institutions wherever they are. We want to give priority to them, right? Okay, so we are going to skill 800 students, 15 faculty members. Throughout the year, we are going to have events. Professors of practice are going to come. So these 25 institutions, we look forward to working with them very, very closely to support them in whatever the best ways we can do. Okay, so next. Right. So here it comes. It is not a business model or a per student wise we want to charge or all these things. What we want to do is just we are going to take this as an initiative from CareerTiQ to give back to the society. So per institution, they have to just pay the admin sign-up fee of 5 lakhs per annum for the entire initiative, right? So there is no other hidden cost, nothing. They have to just pay 5 lakhs as a one-time sign-up fee per annum. All the 25 institutions, they will be member of this particular platform, and all the support will be given to them, right? So this is the important point here. This was not done like our regular skilling programs or certification program. The goodness is that whatever the partnerships we have, some of the certifications comes at free of cost. Those who are part of this particular initiative, not only the training, including the certification comes at free of cost to the students. That's the benefit, okay, for the institutions to get benefited with a very little price of 5 lakhs per annum, right? So this is what we have. Next slide, Leah, please. Right. So the last slide. Immediately after this event, you can just reach out to us, set up a call, discuss with us, ask all the doubts, whatever you have. Then we will also analyze, and then we will choose the institution. What are all the 25 institutions we want to work with? So the next 1 week, 10 days, it will happen. By March, we want to set right things, do the, prelude, all these things. From April onwards, the assessments, everything will start in the institution. So this is what we have at POS. Detailed discussion can happen once we set up a call one-to-one with every institution, right? So now the next 5 to 10 minutes maximum, we will be opening for any Q&A, including the panel members as well as the faculty members from various colleges, right? So anybody would like to ask any question, please raise your hand, just click the symbol. Your audio will be open, so you can please ask. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. So I would like to take feedback from all the distinguished, panel members. So what do you think? How do we, is the product is covering all the aspects what we are talking about?
Yeah, so I think that it's a good idea to actually provide this opportunity to get this advanced technology skilling at in tier 2, tier 3 institutes. Also, the fact that some SMEs are going to be there in person at least for 10 hours, and also the faculty is being included in this, and also certain international certifications are also part of this. All these things are very good. Just the 30 hours, is that good enough or not? That part you have to see. It depends on the
Yeah. Thanks, Professor. That is the starting point we are offering to start with, but we have a clear career path. After 30 hours, what are all the certification path they are going to take? Based on that path, the number of hours of training will be delivered. That is over and above.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mario. Thanks a lot for your wonderful presence and insightful ideas. Thank you so much, Mario. Yeah. Yes, I think Dr. Jhansi Rani would like to ask some questions.
Yeah. I have to go. I have another meeting at 4:30.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Thank you, Professor. Thanks a lot for your wonderful ideas, insightful session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I would like to hear from Mr. Shiva and Mr. Felix. What do you think about the platform?
No, I'll go first, Shiva, if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
First of all, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to Dr. Giri and the entire institution for achieving this kind of a portal. It's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, in the world full of degree providers, you have chosen
Yeah.
a platform as a value creator. Right? That's how I see.
Yeah.
You're not just creating or graduating students, or
Yeah.
the graduated students are not just having graduate degrees, but with this, I think you're launching digital architects for India's future or for their future. So all the very best.
Thank you, Felix. Definitely, your presence is magical and your thoughts are amazing today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think
This,
from my perspective, congratulations to our Dr. Giridhar and the entire CareerTiQ team for this wonderful launch. Actually, first and foremost, I like the name itself. It's very
Okay.
inspiring. Okay.
Thank you.
So I
Yeah.
like the name, and I think the package is quite good. It is quite, prescriptive. I think in a world where people talk about everything and all that and creates which creates more confusion, I think this is quite
Yeah.
sharp. I think the offering is quite sharp, exactly addressing the needs of the universities and the institutions. And I think it will be a significant step forward towards skilling our talent at scale. You know,
Thank you.
so that way it is sharp. The name is good, and I think I'm sure a lot more people will be able to utilize this opportunity to the max. And I would also wanted to offer to you, Giridhar sir, that I would like to be part
Yes.
of. I would like to be part of this as well, not just today, but
Wow.
any specific
Wow.
sessions, any specific thing that you want me to cover,
Yeah.
either in
Sure.
person or virtual, whatever, right?
Sure.
Anyway, I keep
Sure.
traveling all the time. You can either see me in my office or in airport only.
Yeah. That's
So
right. That's right.
I don't
That's
have
right.
any issue with that, but I would like to
Yeah.
contribute more and make sure that we actually get the
Great.
best out of the program. Thank you.
Great, Shiva. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I know people like you, Felix, Mario, all these people are so busy, but still you have the, attitude to give back to the students and the society. Kudos to you all. Thank you so much. And definitely we will utilize your expertise and experience, at a mutual, convenient time so that, it will be more of virtual. Whenever it is possible, you can please come in person. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. Now over to Dr. Jhansi Rani. She's there, or anybody has got any question? Please raise your hands. Leah, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So this is our contact details. You can directly talk to Mr. Jeril, right? Or you can write to us, not a problem, right? We will be happy to discuss with you and your leadership team how BOSS will be a suitable platform for you and your institution, right? Anybody has got any question, please raise your hands, else we will go ahead and offer word of thanks for the wind up because already we are 15-20 minutes, over consumed the time. Yeah. Thank you, the principal of St. Joseph College of Engineering. Thank you, Father Ruben. Uh, thanks to Lily Kuti Madam and all the people. Some of the name I could see, but definitely they must be knowing me, but still I could not recognize. Whoever has joined, thank you so much. And definitely we look forward, to meet you, to discuss with you, and also to work with you, to support. Together we will change the current system and make the skill rich, professionals from the institutions. Okay. Thanks everyone. Leah, over to you. Let's wind up.
So thank you, sir, for that comprehensive and inspiring presentation. Your insights have, clearly outlined how BOS will serve as a transformative platform for institutions aiming to become global talent capital. We truly appreciate your leadership and vision in driving this initiative forward. So as we come to the close of today's section, to formally conclude today's section, I now invite Ms. Meenakshi. Chief Operating Officer of CareerTiQ, to deliver the vote of thanks. Ma'am, over to you.
I think literally there's been a very interesting listening time for us. The importance is that can CareerTiQ create such sessions for all of you, right? Where we can bring people like Shivakumar, Mario, and then we had a professor from IIIT, Sandeep, right? Then these were all like awesome conversations, right? We had Ramachandran, we had Felix. I think people coming together and getting to hear itself is like an information sharing, and then you get to know, hey, what's happening in the industry, what's happening in the premier institutions, what should I do, right? Can CareerTiQ facilitate such conversations? Itself is a big success, right? That means today whoever would have heard had got a connect to so many people who have been in the industry for so long, and they've been all fighting hard to see, hey, how do we improve the situation as technology improves? So it's a pleasure to host such conversations with all of you, and awesome for thanks to all the university leaders, department heads, professors who have been in this conversation to hear. Hope you're all benefited with this 1 hour's time spent on a Friday. I know that you guys have taken out your time from the classrooms. You've been given permissions from your management and to attend this. Definitely you have some takeaway from this session, which you'll be able to go and discuss and see how you can take next step in your university or the college, right? And at the same time, I think we were able to share with the industry leaders and the universities like the central government funded universities like the IIITs about what's happening in the tier 3, tier 4, what's happening, right? So how can we all come together is an important conversation today all of us are having, right? It's not about we can work in silos. There has to be a university, there are students, there are parents, there is a society. On the other side, we have the industry, we have the expert nurturing ground, we have the edtech platforms, we have our ecosystem with whom we work, our technology partners. So many people we have to stitch together ourselves to see to it that we build that what we need as an output for the day, right? That is wherein we are doing all these conversations. Hope we are able to collaborate with all of you and make the vision of everyone really a win-win for everybody, right? Thanks all of you. Thanks to all our panelists. I would not call them as panelists. Thanks to all our mentors for being here today and giving us this, sharing with us all these inputs to our participants who are also leaders or from various universities, various parts of the country. So here we are talking about such a diversified people, north, south, east, west, central. So when Giri said 25, I thought like somebody will ask, what is the 25 all about, right? What we are trying to do is a deep dive impact. It's not just an awareness or just saying that, hey, you know what's AI? Here is a 2 hour and then you read. It's not that. Really to build that small handful of great valuable professionals to our industry from our eminent colleges, which are there in the tier 3, tier 4, or that's the place where we are trying to operate. So can we adopt 5 from each of these geographies, whether it's north, south, and central, east, west of India is our first focus in 2026, which we are trying to do as a small contribution back to our country, right? So looking forward to all of you coming together in these valuable steps and having these conversations continuously. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you and have a great weekend ahead. Thank you very much, Giri. Thanks, Team CareerTiQ.
Thank you,
Thanks
everyone.
to all the guests. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone. We will discuss. Jai Hind.
Thank you.